obviously we weren't listening with our ears. We didn't have our thinking caps on, so we ended up getting bad reports. Okay? If you were going to university, you would probably end up with 20 out of 100, and that would be a fail. So all these years of schooling went down like that.
There are 81.
Well, some of them got 80% of them wrong. Got one question right. So that's an 80% block. So you wouldn't pass university with that.
Who got one question wrong?
Well, I'm not telling you.
Who got all correct?
There's only two that got them all correct. But I'm not telling you. But I'm just telling you to think before we do our thing. Okay? That's what lessons are for. To try and get them right. Okay, recycle reviews we're doing. Most things that we use can be recycled or used again. How can you recycle these? Now they've given you pictures of the boxes and things. We can use again. How can we use again? Okay, the first one looks like a box of cookies or something. How could we use that box? Cereal, could be. Then we've got a cola can. Then we've got a bottle, paper bags, a coffee jar. And it says draw a narrow diagram to show what happens to rubbish after you put it in your bin at home. Does the rubbish truck come along and picks it up?
Yeah.
Or do they pile up in the backyard? No. Otherwise that breeds rats and mice. Or if we put it outside the yard, what happens? All the stray dogs who come and go foraging through it. So we don't want that our streets to be doing.
No, give it to the rubbish truck.
That's right, the rubbish truck takes it away. But then we end up with what we call landfill. And in Australia, that's one thing we're trying to cut down on is landfill. And in South Australia, where I come from, we don't have plastic bags. We have to have cloth bags like these. When we go shopping to go and get our groceries, we end up with 3 or 4.
Oh, that's like in Australia.
That's right. And we put all of our grocery shopping in there and we carry it home in these type of bags, which are environment friendly.
Miss Wendy, you know, there's one teacher, she lives in Norway, but then she was born in England. He doesn't use plastic bags when he goes to all these supermarkets. Then his name is Aki Han.
Well, when I'm in Australia,
he just used cloth.
yes, when I'm in Australia, I take my cloth bags. Because in fact, if you, in the South Australia where I come from, if you go to buy groceries and you haven't got a bag, they will charge you an extra 50 cents to give you a bag. Because they don't want to use plastic anymore because it just makes such a big landfill and it takes so long to go down. Also our plastic bottles, we get 10% on an empty bottle.
What is 10%?
10 cents, which is in probably baht, it would probably be around about 50 baht, 5 baht.
What is baht?
Okay, baht is what this is about yesterday's lesson. Are you talking about yesterday's lesson, bark? Okay. Bark is what trees have on outside of them to protect them. And if that bark gets broken right around that tree and taken off, the tree will die. It's like our skin. If you take that, and if we didn't have any more skin, we'd be open to infections. That's the same as a tree. So bark is their protective outing. Like we've got skin, that's our protective outing.
But you cut the tree down.
And they cut the tree down because the bark's gone.
So how do you do this?
Back to the recycling one we're
So how
doing.
do you do this?
It says, how can you recycle these items? They show you that there's a packet of cereal, I think you said. Okay, how would you think you could use that box again? That's what it's asking. How can we use it again?
We can turn it into a add more of like
not so much a mask. We're looking for not mask because that's a play thing. Something that's going to save the environment. Okay, August.
This can make
Yes. Lisa. Nice and loud, please.
if the color is red, then we can add something.
Well, I don't know very much about Thailand, but I often see when I'm walking to school, a man comes along his motorbike with his little trolley, and he actually has cardboard in it. So I would take it, he'd be taken to the recycling place, because then it would go to a big factory and come back as paper again, reused paper.
I also saw it like that time that time every day this guy would come for like every 2 days. Like in 1 week twice.
Yeah, and
then
pick up
after that he'll come with a motorcycle. After that he'll weigh all these
Cardboard,
papers
yeah.
and cardboard and all this.
And then they must go and send it to a big factory where they can actually pulp it and redo it again, use it again in cardboard packaging. So that's another good thing. Now the next one is a Coca-Cola or a can of drink, and that's how you must sell them.
So how do you do it? Just write it like
Speak up.
someone had it and
Yes.